Hello everyone, we're going to go over how to do the first job in VCarve Pro. So first thing we need to do is open up VCarve Pro version 10.5. So I'm going to double click the icon here. And the first thing we need to do is create a new file, which we can find underneath the startup tasks. So I'm going to click on create a new file. For the job type on this first one is going to be single-sided. On the job size, we're going to change the X to 23 inches, the height, which is the Y, to 7.25, and the thickness should be set to 0.75. Make sure that inches are selected. On the Z0 position, it should be material surface. The XY datum position, this is very important. Remember, we're dealing with the jig at the 0, 0 position. When our board goes in the jig, the lower left-hand corner is actually at 1, 1. So we need to make sure that the lower left-hand corner is selected. We want to make sure that use offset is selected, and that for X, we have 1.0, and Y, 1.0. We don't have to do anything with modeling, resolution, or appearance on this first job. So I'm going to go ahead and click OK. Here we have our board that we're going to CNC route. So the first thing I want to do is add a rectangle for the border. So underneath our drawing commands, under Create Vectors, I'm going to select the Draw Rectangle. Pick that. My anchor point is going to be the lower left-hand corner, and we want the rectangle border to be offset 1/2 inch in all the way around. So what we need to do is actually make the X 1.5 and the Y 1.5. That'll put the lower left-hand corner of the rectangle exactly where we want it. Corner type, we're going to leave it square. The width is going to be 1 inch less than the total of the board. So the board is 23, so we're going to do 22. And the height is going to be 1 inch less. So the total height is 7.25, so we're going to put in 6.25. I'm going to go ahead and select Create, and you see that we get a rectangle that is 1/2 inch away from the edge of the board all the way around. That looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and select Close. Alright, the next thing we need to do is we need to put the text in. So underneath the Create Vectors, I'm going to select Draw Text within a vector box, which is right here. I'm going to select that, and I'm going to put in my name. You'll put your name in this spot, and I'm going to put all capital letters, Brian. And for this first example, we are going to do Arial. So if Arial is not selected, you can just hit this drop down, scroll until you find Arial, and select Arial. All these other settings we can leave alone at this time. No bold, no italic, left for text alignment, bounding box dimensions, we don't have to touch any of that. Margin size normal, vertical stretch none, horizontal stretch none. That looks good. So we can go ahead and close out. So this is all we need to do in terms of the drawing side of things for this project. So I'm going to go ahead and click off. By clicking off to the side here, that gets rid of the pink around the name. So like I said, we're all done on the drawing side of things. The next thing we need to do is create the tool paths.